8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Hey Mike, how are you, man?
Yeah, I'm all right, man. Are we on live?
Yeah, I guess so.
Oh,
We should be by now.
oh man, well, fantastic. I can't see anything on right now, but okay. If we're going live already,
Yeah, we are
all right,
live.
fantastic.
We got some friends here
Oh,
already. Have
fantastic.
two people
All
here.
right, all right. I mean, it's great to be back. I think this is our 5th podcast, right, BK? We're still doing. We're
Exactly.
doing it every week. I mean, it's catching. I know it's not a total revolution, but we're still enjoying doing it, right, BK?
Yeah, we are having some fun here. Yeah, definitely. How was your week?
Yeah. I'm still rolling on my projects. I got, a couple of little bicycle projects working on besides my lifestyle project, which is my truck and my stuff. I've just started talking with Ganovia a little bit about side projects with him, and I don't know if you remembered last week that Ganovi he liked that we were going to do a podcast project bike, and he was so gracious to donate us some wheels for the project. So, BK, we're going to have to do this project, right?
Yeah, we got to start thinking about it. Maybe people can send us some ideas.
Well, I got a trike.
What we can.
I got a trike. I already got some trike. If there's some wheels there, maybe there's some other sponsors on there that want to get into this. I don't know, or at least give us some, some discounts.
Yeah, that's great, man. And today we got a lot of awesome builders here. I'm very excited to start seeing those projects, and you did a great job picking these guys, man.
Yeah, there's a mix of some new guys that just caught my eye, and there's some old veterans here in the scene. So really, there's a mix of what we got, and I want to sort of bring in the guys that of old veterans that have been in the scene and maybe haven't been doing anything in the last couple of years. But like we still should like look at their work, and they might be coming back. And then there's some guys that just come out with really fresh stuff. So we got to see it both ways,
Yeah, man. We got already AV Customs in the room.
Oh, fantastic! Hey, Robert. Hey, how's it going, man? Great that you came by, man.
Yeah, great that made it. Yeah, we are on time to start with our friends here. Let's start moving.
All right, fantastic. If we can get on, I mean, I think we've got a few. I think we got Antonio Rudello from Italy.
Yeah.
We've got like AV Customs. We got Tomas from OCD, Rolap Cycles, and 57 Workshop. I mean, there's a few. There's some names in there, man.
Yeah, big guys, man, big guys. We got Antonio already from Rude Cycles on the screen. So that's his bike.
The only thing I want to say something to you, BK, is I don't have anything on my screen. I just have Tomas, and I'm not seeing anything on my side. Oh, here. All right, here we go. All right. So I got, whoa, fantastic.
Got it?
Oh, fantastic. All right.
Yeah, it was my fault, man. Sorry.
No, all right, cool.
Really sorry.
Oh, man.
Now you can see.
I can see. All right, cool. We got bikes here. Now, I mean, this is, so he goes by Rude Cycles. Antonio Rudello just came on my radar just recently, man. And he got on with I think I saw a little air ride that he'd done. I mean, this is another one that caught my eye. And also, he's been doing like sheet metal work. He's been doing things on wheels, and you know how I've been pushing on wheels, right? So I mean, look,
yeah.
So I mean, like when we start pushing outside of like building frames, and we start like adding body parts, and like we're definitely going to go into batteries and things like that, where we're going to hide it. And if we can get into some of these, there's more.
Yeah, it is. It is. I guess. Yeah, I can see the the mid drive. Yeah, yeah, I can. See. So I'm moving to his. Well, you tell me when I should change the picture, man. Yeah.
You got a better picture of it.
Man, I think we have some small problem here. People are saying that there is an echo.
We move on.
Yeah, I think I don't know if people can hear us.
I mean, I'm looking at Thomas right now. He says that he can hear us no problem. He's listening on another phone. Is that all right? Yeah. Cool.
Cape Town. We yeah. Okay, you are back. We got some people from Cape Town here, man.
For showing up, man. It's Cape Town, South Africa. Thanks for showing up, brother. He's like one of the OG guys that I don't know if anybody. He's been doing this thing nearly as long as me. Maybe as long as me. I've known this guy forever. And
That's great, man. We are good now. Now it's okay. Everything's fine. I'm sorry, guys. We had some issues here, but it's all good. So there we are. Back to Rude Cycles. Yeah, I saw that. These bikes are awesome. I like the design. The frame's amazing. Yeah, yeah, definitely. I can hear some. Hello? Yeah, very well. Yeah, absolutely. I like how it's integrated. I think, as you mentioned, that's the future, I guess. Right. Yeah, people are saying that they cannot hear you.
Oh man, you can't hear me? Hello?
Hello, I do hear you very
You
well.
can hear me very well? Can
Yeah.
you hear me, Thomas? Is it? Yeah, he started shaking his head too. Maybe I'm just putting. I should put the mic a little bit closer. No, it's
Yeah. Now we can. Now we can.
all
Yeah,
right.
they can hear you.
All right, fantastic.
All right. And talking about forks, look
Fantastic.
this one
Cool.
from Antonio.
I mean, look at this fork. I mean, dude, is that like an air ride? Is that like two air ride pistons on there, man? So yeah, this guy, I saw his first side. This must be it, right? And he's doing like front forks, you know, air ride suspension on there, right? And I love air ride, man. And I've been loving seeing stuff that, you know, people develop. But look at that fork, dude. Really, and he chromed it all out.
I think there is a picture only. Oh yeah, like the chrome fork.
Oh, look at! I mean, what is that? Like a leaf spring on there? Yeah, that's a little like leaf spring in the center of it.
Probably,
yeah, a little springy piece of metal in there. And look at it's like probably laser cut. What do you call it?
CNC.
Yeah, on the bottom. I'm just talking about what the suspension bits mount to. You know, I mean, look at that, and handlebars and fork together. You know, again, you know, it's handlebars and fork. They're gonna work, man. You know, hey, look at this one, handlebars and fork. All right, this does remind me of like the Polish style, right? This does come from the kind of bikes that have been developed in Poland. But all right, let's go with it. I mean, there's still some room in developing new designs there. And, you know, but I want to give credit up to those guys. They had been throwing out the sort of suspension integrated. I mean, the forks integrated with the frame kind of design, you know. But look at this one. This is a really good example, you know.
It's awesome. Let's see what else I have from Antonio.
I think this is the black one. It looks like it's the same black one, but unpainted, right?
Yeah, not painted yet. Yeah, it's still the same.
Yeah, I mean, but wow. You know, it's a beautiful frame, though. I mean, he does. I mean, we can see that he's definitely into building suspension, front forks. I think he's adding that cool thing to the game where, like, if you look at, I mean, he's doing the whole integration. That front fork is a really big deal too. He's added to our industry. Like, he's added to this movement by creating like this extra thing from forks, right? Developing forks further, you know. And
it's his signature.
Yeah, he's like adding to it, right? He's pushing like a little bit into the front fork, and that's great. I think there's got to be more guys like pushing individual pieces. You know what I want, right? More wheels.
Yeah. Okay, let's move to
right, cool.
AV bikes.
Oh man, Robert. I think he's still in the room, right? All right, yeah, you got to look at this one. You might not be able to see it really well here. All right, let me get his name right first. I think it's Robert Korkos. I'm sorry, it's Polish, and I'm not sure, but I'm sorry. I will go by AV and Robert from AV Customs. Now, if you look right down in the center, you know, I believe it's like whiskey or something. That's two Jack Daniels bottles going down into the center. I know Tomas would love it. I know he loves stuff like that. He's shaking his head, man. He's shaking his head. He's like, hell yeah, yeah. Yeah, I mean, all right, this is a bobber style that looks like, you know, kind of one of the original. But he's done a few pieces of work over. If you can move on to, and maybe he might have a picture of because
those you sent me today, you mean?
Yeah. Some of those ones that I sent you today, if you got on there, or the trike. All right, like here's one, all right, that he's probably really most famous about, right? I forgot it. It's called the Raptor. I think it's Raptor, right? And this blew up the internet when he came out with this Raptor, right? I mean, it's kind of looking like a racer kind of type bike. Imagine like if some racer bike that said like, I don't want to use any of the racer lines, but I want to sit in exactly the same position. Right, so that's what this bike looks like to me. It looks like some racer design and said, I want a completely custom bike, but I want to sit in the same position, leaned over, down, facing, racing. You know, and I think this one is a really cool example of that. You know, a little racer.
Yeah, and the funny thing about this bike is that so many people are trying to copy this design. He's very popular with this frame now.
I mean, really, I know how some people think about copying, but like for us in like the whole world of this, like I think personally that is the biggest compliment. I know some people think that's, you know, another way, but like we don't get much in this field. We don't get paid much on this. But if some people could think that our stuff is cool enough to copy, I'm pretty cool with it, you know?
Yeah.
You know, try to sell it, make copies of it, and try to call it theirs. That's a different story. All right, now this is Carlos from Barcelona. He's on one of like AV's. Oh gosh, I know the name of this bike. I forgot the name of this bike. But I mean, this has got to be one of his most popular designs. And Carlos from Barcelona. I took this picture at the Bomb Festival, and you could see how AV does everything. He does the frames. I don't know if you can get close up on his frame. Like that crank, it can go up and down 6 or 7 inches. You got like 6 or 7 different adjustments of where you could put that crank. You can put the seat in 7 or 8 different. He's got like everything. He's got some adjustment. You can see that spring. Everything has got adjustments, man. Yeah. It's crazy. This guy totally builds things out of. You know, wow.
The name is Zivara. He's saying the chat.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. The Zawara. Oh, come on. I know it. Oh, I'm sorry, Robert. I mean, it's such an awesome bike too. All right, but you look at it. I mean, he makes everything. Oh, come on. I mean, this is.
That's killer.
Yeah, Robert knows. All right, when I saw this one, my heart sunk, right? Because I said, wow, such a badass trike. And look at the front suspension on this thing. Look at the engineering on this thing. Oh man, really? I think if there was like if you could like do a little poster one of this, I'd totally take it and put it on my wall. I tell you, Robert, really, I love. And this is one that you sent me today. Look at it, it's a leaning. Oh, dude, look at that, man.
It's sick, man. This is awesome.
Oh man.
And Robert is in Poland, and I haven't ever seen his bike like.
What?
For real, in real, man. I have to see this trike.
I mean, he's been in the scene quite a few years. I don't know how long Robert's been. I've known him for quite a few years. So you might have. He's not been active in the last couple of years. So I don't know if you might have seen him. I think the one on the right is like an integrated bar. I mean, you can see. Yeah, what you just.
Yeah, this one, right?
Slow down.
Sorry.
So yeah, you can see that he's also integrating handlebars with forks and things like that. So I think that is like a little Euro style that you see from out here too, especially like the Polish and other people are integrating their designs with handlebars because that has to be it. Really, for custom, we don't need no adjustable goosenecks or anything like that, man. We could just go straight up. Maybe a little clamp on the top, like a separate thing that you can like clamp on top, but that could be custom as well, Anyways, I appreciate you. You have any more picks from Robert?
It's going to be our next one, our last one.
Yeah, well, no, this is one. Like, so, well, I had a little chat with Robert just before we went on air, and and I asked him if he's doing anything active, and as you can see, he's got a new kid. Right, and he's just and we're new dads as well. I'm a new dad. Well, new dad. I got a 6-year-old now, but he's still young, right? And it has consumed the last few years of our life. Things are different, priorities are different, right? But as you can see, he's doing like what Daddy's doing. He's like, all right, let's not build little bikes. Let's make like trailers or something for the kid now, and that's cool. And I'd like to, and we're kind of. Seeing eye to eye in that, like our creativeness might go into like the kid now, like and build something cool for them. Anyways, that's why I want to say thanks, Robert, for showing up. Coolest, but I hope some people like, I hope you're in business, Robert. Because I'm sure you're gonna get a few calls after this because your shit is bad.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Let's bring our special guest, Tomas.
Are we on with Tomas already? All right. Oh,
Yeah,
hey,
there he is.
are you there?
Can you hear us, man?
Hello? I think
Hello,
you're gonna have
hello.
to unmute or press the. Oh, there I can
Yes,
hear.
and Rapio.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Hey, hey,
Hey
what's up,
guys, what
Tomas?
up?
What up, man? Good to see you, man.
Hello,
It's been a
man.
while, man.
Good to see you.
Good to see you, man.
Hey, man, it looks like you're in your workshop. Is that what do you got there? What do you got there?
I'm always in my workshop, man. Jerry, I know you're running on water.
Even on Sunday evening, you're in the workshop.
Well, you're in Spain. I'm in London. It's kind of cold out here, you know. You gotta keep yourself warm somehow. The pirate way.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Where's the bed? I'm sure there's a little like bed right around there, right?
Oh no, I don't sleep here, you know. But
I mean, for the long
Not
nights.
yet.
Long nights. I mean,
long nights for sure. Long nights for especially nowadays. Yeah.
Hey,
My name-
hey, Thomas, can I just say your last? Can you tell me your last name? Can I try to
okay.
pronounce?
It's completely unpronounceable, but it's pronounced Cichecki.
Cichecki.
I did not
Exactly.
spell that way.
Call me oddball, man. Just call me oddball. It's way easier, you know. It's a bit of a curse being born with an unpronounceable name, but
All right. I just wanted to be clear. That's right. So I wanted to ask you next. What would you like to be called?
Well,
You wanna be-
oddball's easier. Just call me oddball, man. It's my primary function anyway. So
Okay. All right. So that from now on, we'll call you Oddball, right? Cool.
every time you ring somebody up, you've got to spell the bloody thing. You know, it's but it is my surname. I'm proud of it and all, but it's completely unpronounceable to anyone but the Polish.
how about what's his? About Mir? He lives in Poland. Let's you say it, Mir.
Can you repeat once again?
Cichecki.
Cichecki. That's not that difficult. Cichecki. Tomas Cichecki.
Yeah. When you think of it, it's quite crazy, man. We've got an American living in Spain, right? We've got a Polish guy in London, and we got a Brazilian guy living in Warsaw. You know, it's pretty epic.
That's right.
Something's wrong.
International, you guys. You see this? This podcast international.
And we got friends all over the world in the chat.
Oh, yeah.
We have from Italy, Antonio, Tidy Treasury, Hunter, I think from the USA. I have from Brazil. We have people all over the world. From Poland. That's awesome, man.
Is Gonovi in there? I think I see him. I sort of.
Yeah, he's here
Hey,
from Germany.
hey,
Yeah.
what's up, dude? How's it going, Rico? But hey, Thomas, I want to get into something like some of your history, because like I don't know if everybody knows about your bikes before, your after. The scene is kind of sparse. We don't have any other than Facebook and maybe Instagram, and you're recognizable because you do you have cool bikes and you make like cool photos, right? And you like doing it, right? But there's not a lot of people that like doing it like you. You make like amazing bikes and you have great photos. That's a winning combination, dude.
Thanks, man.
So-
We try.
And I heard you're a skateboarder too, right?
Oh yeah. I go deep.
I saw you ollie over your bike or something like that. You can still do it, huh?
Yeah, it's one of those stories you can't grow out of, you know.
All right. I know there's some skaters in this room right now, so I'm just throwing it out there. Hey, man. Hey, Amir, you have can we throw out some of Thomas Oddball's some of his earlier works or something like this? I don't know if you know some of his. The one that put him on the map with me, but maybe not. I don't know.
Senor Miguel, you must mean. Yeah.
Is that right? Because
Yeah.
I think you first mentioned to me. No, that's AV's bike.
That AV shouts out to AV, man. And
Yeah, man.
A couple
Yeah,
of years
just a
ago in the
second.
tattoo convention. He's a solid guy, man.
Just a second, things are a bit.
Oh, I see. Hey, we got the count on there. We could see. All right, there's 60 people, 68 people on. That's not bad. Oh, to come see Thomas and Thomas is.
Yeah.
Thomas is cool. I mean,
Okay, now it's gone. His pictures, man. Oh, come on.
what's going on?
Just a second, let me get it back.
All right, well, we just chatted. So, Thomas, how long you been in the scene? I know maybe 10 years, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah,
Is it
something on that. Yeah,
maybe?
I'm second generation, right? You know,
Yeah,
I
that's
came
right, yeah.
good guys. You know, I missed out all the good times at FBI and all that. You know, I'm pretty jealous of all that. You know,
Oh, man.
Right.
Yeah.
I got to meet the Rasta Bikes guys. You know, rest in peace, sure, and you know all those like
Oh,
that.
man.
I got to meet some people, but you know, I'm sort of me and Gonzo were the second generation of it in a way. So we came in with a bit of a different twist. Like even the Polish scene, I wasn't aware when I started. I had no idea this existed, and then I discovered guys, and you know, I got to connect with them as well. Even last year, we drove down and to hang out with them all. Man, shout outs SBC, man.
Uh,
Those guys are awesome, man. They really got it going on. They know how to play. You know, they know how to
oh,
build.
yeah.
They're raw. They're keeping it raw. You know, shouts
Oh,
out.
yeah.
It's
Oh,
really
yeah.
cool. So yeah, it was to me. It was all a discovery. You know, it was all the question of discovering it all. And me and Gonzo and a couple of other guys. Your man Nick Ralitz among them as well. You know, the road pirate, the best, the pirate.
yeah, we played a little bit in Barcelona. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Heard of the stories, man. They're epic.
There's stuff. Yeah. I mean, I started off in England. I don't know if I was there between 2000 and 2006, and that's where I really started the scene. I bought some overstretched McCargies to sell in Europe in 2001. Or something like that, somewhere around there, and then started going to the FBI in maybe 2005, and then that was a kind of the first way, turning like clubs and things like that. And I know the English scene when I arrived in England, and that I'm talking 2001, 2002 when I first got into my bikes, bought them. I came across a guy in London. He stopped me and he tapped on me and he says, "Hey." And I looked over and I didn't see anybody. I swear to God, I looked over to my right and he goes, no, hey, mate, down here. And I was on one of my stretch bikes already. And I thought I was already pretty damn low. All right. I'm on my low. He was lower than me. All right. It was slammed. This shit was pedals on the ground. It was all like primered black and like bent forks and like twisted shit and like, I mean, it was about as custom as I thought you could be, right? And this guy, Matt. He goes, Matt. Yeah. That's right. He came. He's like, hey, mate, 4:00 at the park, right? And I show up. It's like 2002, man. And I show up, and there's like 50 people on bikes, like custom bikes. I mean, most of them were like importers, special lowriders, and fat bicycles and fire bikes and. Things that were out there, dynos, and I couldn't believe it, man. And I said, this is 2002, and there's this scene I just barely got into, and there were already a scene. So I'm just trying to say that the scene in England goes back, man. Really, it goes back. It goes back. There's some people that I can't even say that. I could say that I was early, but I can't say that I was there in the beginning, man. Because like I said, I'm walking in. There was already a scene, man. There was already guys showing up every Saturday, Hyde Park or something like that, go for a cruise, So how did you get into the scene? I mean, what did you see somebody on the street or something or what?
No, man, I had no idea any of this existed when I started. I just wanted to build bikes because I wanted to, build a bike that fits me, and I'm a tall, lanky geezer, and I was like, I couldn't accommodate myself on a normal bike. So I'm like, wait a minute, if it was just a bit longer and a bit lower, it would work better. So I just started, and then I discovered everyone there, and then I found out about the Crankgisters, and that's where I met Cruzados, and I've become part of this club as well, and everyone else. I met Deros, Popey, and Jason, all those guys. It's sort of like it all sort of unfolded in front of my eyes, and that was an icing on the cake in a way, because I never expected to meet all those amazing people, and that's the best part, nearly. I love building, don't get me wrong. It really is where this is at for me, but having met all those amazing people through it all is absolutely, it's just something else. It's my tribe, it's like finding your tribe. Like, yeah, man, those are my people. So, when first cruise I went to, I met Boris and Gonzo in there. There were 2 cruzados, and then they invited me to join. By now, there's more than 30 of us. We're rolling strong. Rolling strong.
Rolling deep there. Wow. Yeah, that's pretty deep
the
now.
thing about it is, it's a fairly big country and we're scattered. We're scattered all across. So, there's people up in the north, and every year, well, except the last, we meet up north where Boris is from. Who's the
Red car? Red car? Do you still do that one?
Red car, man.
Yeah, yeah.
Where it's at,
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Spiritual core of it all, it really is. So, and it's this giant magnet that attracts the right kind of people. It's amazing. So every year, and all the Belgians come and the Dutch people come, everyone comes, and oh wow, it's something else. It's like a power field, in the middle of a VDAP show. And oh man, some of those stories are it's something else. I hope.
Yeah, I think that's some stories for another day on another kind of podcast. No.
Oh yeah, should be a podcast dedicated to that for sure. But,
Hey man, let's get back to some of your bikes again. Hey, Amir, we have to talk about his Payaso bike. All right, I know we're gonna get into it right now. All right, like yes, can you bring it up, Mir?
Yeah, I can find the Payaso. I was on his Facebook now.
Oh, it's he's like, I'll get to it. Yeah. All right.
Okay. So...
I mean, this is probably like second or third bike or something like that, right? That's an old one, right?
No. I built loads. I built loads.
Oh, you did loads of those. Oh, all right.
No. I only built one of. So I just I can't really bring myself to.
All right. Here it is. Here it goes. Here it goes.
No, as one of as it gets. That was the guideline, from Cohen, from Belgium, whom I built it for. It was like, I want the one-off, and he brought up cafe races. I'm like, okay, maybe let's just try something else than a chopper. Why does it have to be a chopper every time? So I mixed things up a bit with this one, and I had amazing people behind me as well with this build, namely Mark Singleton, me and Gonzo, we grew up under his wing. He's an amazing engineer, so. That all the CNC stuff came from him, and I brought
that shows, man. That's awesome. Yeah,
made it work, man. So this one took a while. This one took a year. So like we met in Redcar, and Cohen mentioned this, and next year, I brought it. The paint was still wet. Well, not wet, but fresh on it. It was. We assembled it in the field. It took exactly a year to complete. It was a crazy journey. This one, man. Yeah, I still own it. Actually, it's a pretty crazy story with this one, man. Because I built it for Cohen, and that's a race bike. It's not a cruiser. This one, right?
Yeah, you're dropping down. Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
That's the kind of bike you use, like, one of those days when you've got some steam to burn off. Yeah, you'll go and kick your ass,
Oh, yeah.
Had health problems. He had a heart attack.
Yeah, that's right. I remember.
That's the thing. So he was like, man, use this bike anymore because it could kill me, So
really? Wow.
Really, it's that, So I had to build something. I was like, man, I can't just have a bike standing in there doing nothing, because I like my bikes being ridden. So I built another one for him that's way more mellow. That's, cruiser. It's still fast. It still rides well, but it doesn't, it's not going to make you try and kill yourself, like this one does.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I see what you mean.
I ended up owning this again.
Dude, that's awesome that it comes back to you. I probably just wanted to come back to you. I definitely believe in like the things in our life stay with us because it chooses to stay with us. So there's an energy to everything, right? Like the tools and the friends and people and things. Everything. And I even talk about like inanimate things as well, like your bikes and your cars and your. If you use your car like every day or you use your bike, you know how it is. You use your bike every day, you practically don't have to do any maintenance on it. You just keep going and keep going. You know, it takes care. But as soon as you leave it there for like 4 weeks or 6 weeks, and you go back on it, you know, the chain falls off, and you know, it gets a flat tire, or it just runs like crap because you're not using it, right? So I felt like always when, you know, if you're using it, and you know, it wants to get used and it wants to stay, and you neglect it, you'll lose it.
That's true, man. You know it yourself. It's more than just bikes, you know.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
it's a very personal thing in a way. That's why they are what they are, you know. Cool.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's what they are. Hey, tell us what I saw that. Oh yeah, this one. Yeah. Tell us about this one. Yeah.
Oh, this thing lives in Holland. This thing lives in Holland with other friends of mine, Miguel. That I've built that last year, and
Fork's awesome. Look at the fork. That one's just like, you know, you just did something interesting, Springer, right? You just kind of like, wow, look at that. Yeah, like just like some, all right, throw some lines out like that, and they don't have to look the same. Let's throw some curves in. It looks awesome though. It looks totally
it's all about
awesome.
the curves, man. You know.
That's right.
Valentine's Day, it's a valid day to bring it up. It's all about the curves.
Oh, it's all about the curves. Yeah, curves. Oh, yeah, that's right. Look at 3 guys together on Valentine's Day. Oh, yeah, but all the girlfriends are just folding their arms going, are you guys done yet? Well, just 1 hour of bicycle talk. I swear, we'll get back to you guys. All right, hey, tell us about this London Under Metro. Come on, that bike's got to be like, the Metro bike, right? The underground bike.
Yeah, that's like you know, because at some stage you get obsessed, right? That's why I called it OCD. You do get obsessed, and you see this everywhere. Inspiration is everywhere. So I saw, like, I was looking at you know, I come into my kitchen. There's a map of the underground lying on my table. I'm like, there's got to be one there. There's got to be one there. I started looking at the map like really hard and long, and it took me a while, but I found it, and it's actually lines. It's on that map. Those lines are on that map. They're not just inspired by it. It's like an extract from a section of that map. I'm like, so like Liverpool Street in there, and Bow Bank Monument Interchange in the rear drop house. I'm like, I can make this work, you know. But this took a lot of time. Well, like it took 3 prototypes to get it right, to get the geometry right, to get the engineering behind it right. It's a simple looking bike, but it was a pretty difficult one to make. Probably one of the most sort of, as simple as it looks, there's a lot of crazy stuff that went into the construction of it that makes it look strong and makes it ride really well. You know, I'm bombing a hill at like 30 miles an hour on this photo.
Damn, man.
One rides really well as well. It's kind of, you've been to London, you know, those streets. Got a lot to answer to, you know. So
yeah, that's right.
Those things ride really well, you know. So that's another thing that I'm also always trying to bring into the game as well, like, because, you know, cruisers sometimes get a bad rep for, like, you know, and certain bikes, man, they're just so beautiful, they're just so creative that you gotta allow them certain compromises, you know. It's, you know, like some of, you know, that red bike that Atsti built. I love this bike, you know, and you know, it's just so great. But every time, if I can avoid the compromise, I'll try my best. You know, if I can get the looks that I'm after, and I can still make it work well, that's what I'm always trying to go for. Because, you know, I gotta survive those streets. You know.
That's right. You gotta make it somewhat practical, and you make the bike based on your environment. I know. I live by the beach. My bikes were made like for the beach, right? And like you live in the city. I know. I've been in like actually riding a bike around London it wasn't very pleasurable for me.
Oh, no, I love it, man.
Unless you're a racer, you can get through traffic, those bus lanes. There isn't no room for there's not a lot of bike lane stuff. You're competing with massive double-decker buses and yeah, and you need bikes, like you said, a little bit performing. You're not like cruising out there unless you're going around Hyde Park all day, you know.
Yeah. You know, I'm blasting those streets, and that's why I
bet you are.
Narrow.
Hey,
the reason for that.
Yo, what's up?
We could ask Thomas to show a bit of his workshop to us and the new project he's working in. It would be
Well,
cool.
let me give you a little tour. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, let's see. So, hold on.
Oh, very well
Uh,
organized. Look at him.
Let me try and switch this camera. Okay, cool. So, that's what's on my bench.
Oh, they're going to be on electric bicycles as well, you know?
Apparently, people can't hear us, man. I've just been told.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I can see that. I don't know if
Hello?
there is some
Can you still hear me?
issue with the YouTube.
Mm,
I mean,
Yeah, no sound.
no sound. Nobody can hear me right now? Or what?
I can hear you both, guys, but
Yeah,
Yeah, me too.
I-
And I can hear the music, everything.
I can't hear the music.
apparently
but-
that's all that you can hear is...
Yeah, just came back.
Okay, cool.
Oh, fantastic. Oh, we're...
That's a YouTube thing, I guess.
Oh, sorry, you guys, about the
Alright.
technical difficulties. We blame YouTube. It's not us.
At this time.
yeah. This time was YouTube. So, hey,
This time.
Thomas was talking about this bike he was making for his dad, is right, and based on some 30s model bike. I read that it was from like a mining company. Yeah, like made by a mining company. That was a little bit weird, you know.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. It was this
Yeah.
mining company that built
Yeah,
bikes
yeah.
till 39, when the war break out, and they were pretty epic, man. There was a small bike that went up to 70 miles an hour and did races and stuff. So it was a bit of a labor of love. So I'm kind of referencing those lines a bit, but then I'm putting my own twist on it as well, and using modern engineering to try. Well, modern. I still use fairly traditional engineering, but I'm trying to backdate those things, like. So that's what I've been working on as well. And there's another thing. If you want to have that's actually a
like a retro electric, right? Retro electric. Can we call it retro electric? How about that? Can we make a new name? All right.
That's
is
pretty
that
cool
all right? Yeah,
way
retro
to look
electric.
at it. You know, 'cause
very chilling.
when you think of e-bikes, I'm trying to sort of look at it in the same way that, you know, because it's a new thing. E-bikes are a new thing. They're still trying to find their identity. So in a way, I'm kind of looking at a lot of
A niche kind
early
of thing,
stuff.
yeah.
You know, early days of motorcycling, because I think that's where e-bikes are at. So it's about bringing it back to square one, you know, and starting from that point, so they can grow from there. So I'm, in a way, referencing very old constructions and trying to utilize them for the sake of e-bikes, and that actually is pretty interesting, because you've got to and all the push bike stuff that I did so far, which is still my main love. I still love, you know, pedal bikes, and it's the same thing, because you're still pedaling. So you've got to build a bike that rides really well to be able to take it up to 50 miles an hour, you know, and still pedal and still be effective with that. So it's actually, you know, like, I know a lot of people hate on it a bit and shit, because like, oh, it's not a push bike, but it's even more of a challenge building that stuff from engineering standpoint. You know, there's more elements of it. You've got to integrate the look of it all. You've got to, you know, make sense of it rather than hide those batteries in something. So I'm gonna show you something really crazy. You're getting a bit of an exclusive.
We like, oh yeah,
Been
we want
working on
exclusive, and yeah, we like exclusive. So everybody, keep your eye. Whatever we're looking at right here, it looks like a long piece of metal here. Oh, very squiggly piece of line. Yeah, right here. I got all right, close. It looks very low, long, spiny looking thing, like a big tail on there. All right,
So
that looks.
basically-
Oh, I see. Is that the rear axle, and then there's the front? Is that like a
truck, right? So this is the bed where, you know, you'd have your pickup bed on here. So that's gonna be cargo where you can actually fit stuff inside as well, right? So that's the bed side of it.
what?
With,
But I mean, is it that wide? The pickup bed is that wide?
Well, it's gonna be a two-wheel pickup truck. So it's a bicycle. That's a
Okay.
pickup truck, right?
All right,
this
like,
is-
oh wow, look at that. That's crazy.
So that's gonna be the cab. I've already started forming the door skins for it.
Oh, I see what you're trying to do. You're doing this sort of really narrow sort of bicycle width.
Yeah.
Oh, I got you now. All right, and you're making sort of hot rod looking vehicle, using, but in the bicycle dimension.
Exactly. The idea.
Oh wow.
So that's where the cabin's gonna be, you know, like that's the battery tray over here. That's gonna slide down the bottom.
Oh
and,
wow.
You know, an open front end.
Looking at the outer skin
You can
on the
still
other
see
side,
the
yeah.
inside, yeah. I'm about like 150 hours into this, and it's
Wow!
still,
Look at all the sheet metal work. Oh man! And where you gonna sit? Yeah. Where you gonna sit?
You're gonna sit on top of the cab. So you're gonna sit on top of the cab.
All right.
Have a V8 exhaust for your handlebar, right? And obviously a grill with twin lights and, you know, all the crazy front end. So
You do
a lot.
awesome front ends. We got awesome front ends. Yeah, I can't wait to see your front end on this one. Is this your new version? What you said? Is this your new version?
it is, in a way. I kind of started. It's somewhere there on the shelf. I was doing this 32 Ford. Like, I can't really see much of it because it's hidden. But it's not my first hot rodeo.
All right. No, I good. We all like hot rods.
Inspired bikes for a while because like you get started. Obviously, a lot of what we do is inspired by motorbikes, but inspiration, as I say, it's everywhere. So I've been looking at cars a lot, old American cars and old custom cars, and learning about all those traditions and trying to sort of translate it into a bicycle realm, which is pretty interesting. I don't know what's next, man. Boots, planes, I don't know.
Dude, hey, look at that, you guys. Look, it's a hot rod. I mean, that's got to be an interesting idea. I know, like, I don't know if you've ever. Do you know who Marty Eden is?
Oh yeah. He was.
Yeah. I mean, it kind of brought me to that. He doesn't do all that sheet metal work like you're doing, which is like, but that right? He does that hot rod look,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
and
he
he
did,
right?
yeah.
And he did stuff, and that kind of stuff, and that kind you're doing it like sheet
you're doing it
metal
like sheet
way,
metal
you know. Yours
way,
is like,
you know. Yours
but
is
like
like
in
yeah,
the bicycle dimension,
in the bicycle
you know?
dimension, you know.
Now,
Because
that
he
is
did a
cool.
30
Now,
to
that is
40
cool.
sort of, but just the lines, he did this frame, I remember,
this frame was
And a pickup, and a pickup,
started
and a
on this,
pickup,
and the
right?
pickup, yeah,
And the
yeah,
pickup,
I think he did a pickup.
I think
right?
he did.
I think he did a 34,
like
like
a
a
34
with a 34
nose
nose
grill
grill
on
on it.
yeah, yeah, it did.
Right?
That's what I kind of like, you know, I've been working on this for, it's been on the back burner for at least 5 years now. So, but you know, those ideas, they just keep on springing up, and some, you know, some of them do get shelved eventually, but most of them end up on the streets causing ruckus.
Ah.
Yeah.
And so,
Thomas.
yeah, I mean,
Inspiration is everywhere. It could be
Tell us how open,
could be anything, could be a car,
people
could be
can
a bike, could be a
contact
bike.
you.
what did you say?
What
Mir?
did you say, Mir? Yeah, I'm asking Thomas, how do the people can contact him? How do they can find him and work with him? We are getting on the time, so it would be nice to get some ways to contact you.
You know, it's mostly Facebook, Instagram, all those things. My website has been under construction forever.
Are you in business, Thomas? Are you?
Oh yeah, man. I make, nearly everything I make is a commission, really. So there's always. I try to make sure there's the recipient at the beginning of the journey. Because I got only two legs. I can't keep all these bikes, really. But I really love building them. I try to make it's and I don't seem to be running out of ideas. So there's always those ideas. So people always bring something to the table. Everyone gets in touch. They always you know show me what they like, and give me a bit of an insight to their world, and give me the requirements, use the bike, and what are the sizes. There's always something I accommodate for. The geometry always got to be spot on. You know, I don't like too long handlebars and stuff like this. The rake and trail has got to handle. So there's always this journey, and then you need some patience as well, because they do quite a long time to get them right. There's a lot of sitting there, looking at this, scratching your head, what next, and how those details are gonna make a beautiful whole. So there's always all of this aspect. But yeah, as I say, there's always ideas. So I always have a next bike I want to build, and there's always those and usually people come in, and some people were like certain builds that I did more than the others, so that gives me an indication of the direction I should take. And I always send them sketches and progress photos of the build. So there's a lot of behind the scenes that never gets seen by anyone else, but the actual future owner of the bike. So it's a pretty interesting journey. It's all very personal, because that's what those bikes are, and they're like an extension of your personality.
Yeah, hey man, I want to say, don't be prepared, man, to hear some phone calls from like the U.S., man, especially guys in Detroit, right? These guys are so serious about like making their stuff more unique, and a lot of a few I know already European builders. I've been getting phone calls from Detroit, and there is like guys looking for uniqueness out here, and I think we do have that. I think there's like a lot of builders like yourself. Thank God you're still in it. Oh, great, Oddball. I'm so happy that you're still.
Oh man, I'm going nowhere.
All right, good, man. Good, man. Because you're like 10 years from now, I'll be like, hey, you remember that chat? Yeah, man.
All right, guys.
All right, man. I'm glad we had this chat, and you gave us a little update on what you're doing. OCD, Oddball from OcDconnection, right? We know how to get Instagram, Facebook, all that kind of stuff, right?
Nice one. Good work, guys. You're doing a really awesome job. I gotta say, BK. Likewise, I've checked some of your videos. I've discovered this one about this Brazilian scene, all the old school lowrider scene, which is massive respect for. There's all those things I didn't even know about. You're doing a really good job, man. Keep them coming,
Thanks,
and you present builders as well. Free 5.7's workshop, man.
Oh yeah,
You know,
5'7"
shouts out
Yeah, they are going to be our
those guys.
next.
Like, you know, wow. You know, this.
And Thomas, let me know when you get your bikes ready. Those you are working with, we can bring you back and you can present us a final project.
Hell yeah, man.
Would love to have you
Spring.
back.
They should be ready by spring. Let's catch up again, man. Nice one.
Right.
Keep up the good work, guys.
Okay, man.
All the best.
All right, dude. Hey, dude, nice talking
Thank
to you.
you.
Nice talking to you again, Thomas, huh? See you, man.
Thank
Bye. Great, man. Just before we start talking about our new builder, let's talk about our friends, Pedals Up.
Oh yeah, hey Danny, hey Tony, man, thanks every week. You guys are doing such a good show every single week. Yeah, if you guys don't know it from our show, if guys in Europe haven't caught up with these guys, Bikelife Talk, and they have it live from Las Vegas every Thursday 8 p.m. These guys are a real pro program. They really like they, you know, they spend a few bucks on graphics, you know.
Yeah, it's a great show. Great show.
And it's a great show, so we
All
recommend you, man.
Definitely. And that's our next guest.
That's Rolap, right? This is Rolap.
Rolap. Yeah, can you see?
Yeah. Oh yeah. So yeah, Rolap came on the scene quite a few years ago, and they were taking. I think of quite a few years ago, they were taking some kind of frames they got from. From me, I remember. I'm not sure if it was them, but they were taking some frames that that kind of look like fire bikes before, and they were modifying them and making some kind of thing out of it. But like, I think I saw some new styles and things like this, and they started creating their own style, trikes, cruisers. Yeah, now you could see that they were kind of developing off other bikes. Now they're really doing their own work, and they're building their own frame styles. These guys have turned into like a manufacturer here in Spain, and they sell their frames all over the world, man. I was hanging out at Cichecki's place in New York one day, and I said, "Hey, is that a Rolap bicycle? You know, Rolap frame?" And he goes, "Yeah, I got these guys from Spain." And this is about 5 or 6 years.
It's very unique, right? His frames, like this
Oh,
one,
yeah.
the rear suspension is amazing. Very.
Oh
really,
yeah. I mean,
really.
you go through some of these other bikes, especially there's the recent one that he done. I don't know which ones you'd got on there, but like he's starting to build. You know, as you can see, he's really talented in the frame design world, and he's quite prolific builder here in. As you can see, if you look at the dropouts in the rear, they're all like laser cut dropouts integrated into the tube design. So you know that those some really like pro features. You know, you can see that he's using a lot of pro building techniques that you'd get out of the likes of manufacturers. You know, that do this on a regular basis. So he has really high quality output of frames. You know. I mean, look at that. Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's sweet. It's a sweet design, huh?
Beautiful, yeah.
Oh, yes.
That frame kills.
I know. You like this one, huh?
Yeah. Man. Yeah, he got this bike with the same frame. If I'm not wrong, let me try to find it. It's electric. I posted today on my Instagram, and people are crazy about this bike. Yeah, I don't know if I can find it now.
He does have like kind of similar frame style. He has done. I think this is the same one as that other one, or he makes a similar one. But he is a kind of manufacturer here in Spain. I believe this is an electric one he's done.
This one, and I guess it's manufacturing. Not this one. I don't know.
I mean, he's got wheels on there. If you could see, he's developed his own wheels. He's one of the guys pushing out the wheels as well. He makes bits and pieces. Like, you should check it out. I mean, this guy is doing. I believe those are like trike bits and pieces right there too, huh? Yeah, for
sure.
trikes. Yeah. and drivetrain bits. That's pretty. And he does frames. I think this is one of his.
Yeah, this one he's selling, right?
That's right. It's one of his frame designs. I think this is the one I saw in New York, at Cichecki's place at a local Cycles. But he does have a kind of stock frame. He does custom work. So if you want him to, now this is the one I'm talking about. Like this one was something recently I saw in the last 6 months. All right. Now this to me does something. All right. This is like crazy custom. Like why exactly? You know why? What? You know? It's like it's a wheelie bar. It's a what? Like the frame is the wheel. Look at this thing. You know, look at, and you know what it is also? It's a what do you call it? Swing bike. Oh. It's a swing bike. Look at it. It's the craziest looking swing bike with wheelie bars on there. So you could pop it up on a wheelie too. Crazy, huh?
Amazing. That's awesome,
I mean, this has got to be the baddest swing bike I'd ever seen. Yeah, so you see, this is one of his frame designs. So this is one.
I think it's the same.
Yeah. I mean, he manufactures this one. It's a really, really nice design. If you guys are looking for some kind of special design that you can get out in Europe, here's one of them. You know, you can roll up right there. I think this, like I said, he does the manufacturing, and he builds. He's also doing some sheet metal work. I know he does a lot of custom fabrication. I'm just looking at his Miller welder in the background, so you know he's doing it right there. Huh?
Yeah. All right, man. Next builder. Right. We are running out of the time, so.
All right. Oh yes, look at. I don't know if anybody's gonna like straight up, you know, 5-7 workshop. I believe, I don't want to say St. Petersburg if I don't know. I believe it's St. Petersburg, Russia, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
And wow, these guys, when they first came out, this is not the bike that put them on the map. I think this is another bike that came out, but this is absolutely amazing. Yeah, all right, there's a trike. I mean, I love this. Look at this, you guys. I mean, if you're a trike lover of any kind, this has got to be one of the craziest, coolest trikes.
It could be in a Batman film.
Yeah, it does look like a bat trike, man. Oh man, this is crazy, man. Oh, yeah. I mean, all the kind of work and stuff. I mean, look at he's used a parallel suspension, that like the leaning suspension on it, so the wheels lean into the turn, as you can see it. So so it's like a leaning turning mechanism. Oh man, it's awesome.
With 4 shocks there, I can see like the.
Oh yeah, the 4 shocks too. Look at that, just insane, man. It's pedal power. I'm sure there's probably an electric motor on there.
Yeah, I see the pedal there.
It's the pedals. Maybe. I mean, well, you know, look at this, like a cool little heart, like bike for a chick, so sexy, like a little sexy racer. You know, I mean, I'd so love to give my girlfriend that bike. You know. Like, you don't want anything so crazy, but you want something beautiful and fast. You're like, you know, I want my racer. I like my cool little fast bike, and I would make this is something so like petite and a bit understated, but so beautiful. You know? Oh, I love this one. I love the frame on it.
And I'm so glad you found these guys, because I didn't know them before.
Oh man, I think they even had a bike of the year. Yeah, I think you're gonna show it. They had like the custom, like the Rasta bike guys did it every year, and I think they won the first competition. Yeah, but look at this one. Yeah. Oh, dude. Look at that crazy fork. Oh my god, look at you guys. Look at that fork. I didn't see this one, man. Oh my god. Oh man, I'm sorry, you guys. I'm tripping out right now. Look at. That's like the first time I've seen this one, so I'm glad you pulled this one out, man, because I was like, wow, dude, what's that fork, man? Oh shit. I'm sorry.
Yeah. awesome. And that's the same frame we saw in the
Is
beginning.
it? Is it the same one? No, it's not. It's not the same one.
No,
No,
probably
it
no.
isn't. It's
No.
his style. I could tell like 5.7. I mean, this is not. This is something they've done later. I hope maybe I'll show you the one. It's a blue one. You have this blue one. This is the one. The blue one is the one that put the. Yeah, this one. So this is the blue one that won the first custom bike, world custom bike competition. We had. I'm sorry. My mic just come off. So I think the first world custom competition, Ross, and this one was the winner of it, right? And this was so beautiful. I mean, look at the style of the frame. I mean, it's really like artistic, isn't it? You know?
Beautiful. Yeah, it's pure art.
It's pure art, right?
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah. As you can see, yeah, that's right. It's similar. They made their own style, similar to like AV's bike. That's why.
Exactly.
Yes. I'm not sure. That's what I mean. I was not even sure. I saw 5.7 and I seen AV do this, right? I'm not sure who did what first or whatever. But look at both of them are so beautiful. Wow. Like,
Beautiful,
wow.
beautiful.
Wow. Yeah, they have like a cool little workshop. I like that. And they do some good photography. They've always done. Yeah,
Yeah.
they've always done some good photography in their workshop.
Look the frame in the left.
Yeah, that I remember this a few years ago. Like mono arm, like dual mono. You see front and back, mono suspension. I remember they had this at like art exhibition, right? Look at this thing. I think it's like not. It's raw. It's unpainted. They just kind of cleaned out the frame. You know. Look at that. The crank going up. It's like mid drive. It's got a jack
And the
shaft.
shifter is there.
The shifter's there. The jack shaft is right in the middle. You know, it doesn't even come off the back. You know, it's crazy. Huh?
And this one yesterday I had it on my Instagram.
Yeah,
And
that's right.
people are going crazy about this trike.
Oh yeah. This was a couple of years ago. A few years ago, he wanted to do a bit of a trike thing as well. I think he was getting a little bit lonely. All of us doing trikes. He wanted to put his hat in the trike thing, you know.
Beautiful.
I think it's Dimitri. I think his name is Dimitri.
Dimitri.
Dimitri. Oh, I have to have his last name. But I think there's like 2 or 3 guys in the workshop, so I don't know if I can mention it. Yeah, name one only. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Okay, man. We are.
Oh, come on! Look at
a bit over our time.
Great! Like, I'm just sorry. There's all those.
That's the one.
That's awesome, man. So you want to close this up or what?
Yeah, man. We are 8:10.
Is anybody else? Anybody on? Did 5.7 workshop guy come by? I noticed that. Wow, this bike just blows me away. I'm sorry if we're gonna close up. Hey, you guys, I hope you guys saw something interesting, some few oldies in there, some new stuff. Next week we're gonna have a few things too. I got a special guest next week. I got to get confirmed before I tell you guys, but he's also well known, all right? And you guys will be impressed. Watch, you'll see. See you guys later, man.
Also, man, we got a lot of friends in the room. We have Rude Cycle, thanking for the show. We have Ganov still here.
Oh, yeah.
Rolap Cycles, Yuli is still there. AV is still here with us.
Fantastic.
Saying, keep moving. Great Valentine's Day. Great Valentine's Day, my friend Robert. Tomas is still there as well. We have 22 people
all right, fantastic.
Watching us. 22 friends for sure.
Hey, thanks, man. Thanks, you guys, for showing up. We keep this going on as long as we can.
Lility. Yeah, and all contacts for everyone who was presented here tonight, it will be in the description below. So just talk to them, interact with them, send a nice message, and see you next weekend.
Yeah, see you guys next Sunday, man.
See you.
Hey,
Bye.
thanks, Mir. See you, Mir.
Thank you. Bye-bye.